Good morning and welcome to the next podcast of Collier-talks cricket memorabilia. Today I thought we'd have a look at some scrapbooks that are in the collection. All sorts of scrapbooks from 1920s up until 1970s. First of all, just have a quick chat about the fantastic Gary Sobers picture at the back, which is it's called Sir Gary Bowles, and it's by Dennis Skinner. And it is 192 of 350. So I got that in Barbados. Last tour I went over there, 2009, and I went into this chap's shop and I said, look, I've got a bit of a cricket memorabilia collection, I want something a little bit different. So anyway, all of a sudden he came out the back store with this rather smashing, colourful picture of Gary Sobers. He said, I had this signed by him last night, he said. So he go, I can't for the life remember how much it was, but it wasn't massively expensive, but it's a lovely colourful bit of memorabilia. And unfortunately I broke the glass at the top there, which is a bit of a bind, but there we are. Can't help it, these things happen, don't they? So anyway, on to the scrapbooks. I bought these at auction a few years ago, and they go back to 1926, this one. The Australians over here. It's just a fascinating sample of all the newspaper cuttings there. I've just put one up. There's Percy Chapman there. What's it say there? Of England, the last test with his wife. So there's another photograph there. But it's all the photographs and write-ups of the test matches. We are England's first batsman examines a test pitch at the Oval today. So that's Jack Hobbs there. So fascinating insight there. Strudwick playing it's got on that one, which is Herbert Strudwick, the Surrey boy. Hard luck for Brown and England, it said there. Century-making batsman unable to play. So there's various stories in those. So we've got 1926. There's a couple of on the 1926 tour there, and then we go on to what we got? 1929-30. This was MCC tour to Australia and New Zealand. All the newspaper clippings there. We've got there's some cartoons at the back. There's some cartoons. There's Todd Webster's cartoon there, which is quite a nice thing. Should have put that on the Facebook yesterday. I might do it later on, perhaps, if it's still there. 4 wickets, 4 runs. Jardine's quick change policy. There. There's Gubby Allen's sensational bowling. 5 New Zealand wickets for 14 runs. This is the Daily Express, July 31st, 1931. And a good day for the bowlers there. So that's quite an interesting little scrapbook there. Then we go on to 1935 South African team. There's AD Norse there. What's it say? Rainstorm bursts over test ground. Obviously a bit of wet weather flying around in 1935 there. And it says here, a bit of ball tampering going on here, is that Edrich uses cap to polish ball. So MCC on Edrich bowling for the MCC against Natal at Durban yesterday, polished the new ball by rubbing it with his cap. So who knew that? That might have been in wisdom, but it's also in this scrapbook here. Crowd demand the works, Hammond gives it, it's got on there. So there's some great pieces of newspaper writing here, and all the bits and pieces. Verity takes last 3 wickets there. It's just MCC declare at 412 for 6. Yardley and Bartlett score centuries. That's not sure what match that would have been, but what have we got there? ABC Langton there, photograph. That's the and Viljoen is caught at short leg by Clay off Reed there. So that could be, it's obviously the test match that Reed played. There's some fantastic things in there. A great social history too. And then the last one in that series is 1937 New Zealand tour, which I've got here. So there's again, obviously, not quite so many bits and pieces in this one, but We've got England bold bid for victory in Oval Test. So obviously these into England Test men lack punch, our bowling deplorable, batting wretched. Some of the headlines don't change, unfortunately. But there we are. Squeegee might have saved the game. So there's obviously another damp pitch there. That's some great headlines. And who have we got here? We've got Barnett and Hutton score 100 for England's first wicket in the Test match against New Zealand. England forced a pace in Test. Barnett's lively 62, Staff's 58 in second big stand. So quite a nice, great social history there. And then one day I was in the museum one morning. I was serving a few copies, and all of a sudden this lady come bounding through the door with a massive suitcase. Big red suitcase. She said, "Oh, you might like these," and then just walked out. So I've got no idea who she was. One open, and all these lovely bound scrapbooks. This one's 1973. I've got West Indies in the front there, Radio Times, and then we've also got two other colour pictures there of that. So it's again a nice record of that tour. England's class of 73 are still enigma men. Hammers from the Caribbean is another headline there. Right, nice. The earliest one of this lot was 1962, and that's this one here. England v Australia 1962-3. So again, a fascinating insight there. First page in there is Duke of Norfolk. A.B. Bedser, Colin Cowdrey. It's obviously in Australia, this one. England answer critics with fighting start, it's got there. And what date's that? That's the first test, first day. So that's Brisbane. And we've got Booth, Brian Booth got 113 there on that game, that first day. And some other nice pictures there. Second day, there's Richie Benaud being caught there. There's some great photographs. You can spend a fascinating couple of hours reading through some of these. There's Fiery Fred there with a wicket. Who's he? I think that's Laurie got there, isn't it? Yeah, bowling Bill Laurie. Yeah, nice picture there of Fred with his arms in the air. Going back towards another test, and there's John Murray, got a bad arm there. Illingworth in Test 12 it's got. That's Ian Hellings, a famous, Ian Wellings rather, a famous reporter. Crowd scenes there. So you can put a nice bit together on Facebook with all these scorecards. So that's those ones. England v Australia and New Zealand. So fantastic. And you've got it's Big Tomo there at the front. A coloured picture. I'm going through these. Vital Down Under, it's got there. Big headlines. So Snow will miss tour, so that's not good news for the England players and spectators. Got Mike Dennis there. So, we shall meet the Aussie Test Challenge and win. It's got there. Oh, that's prolific. John Arlott on the battle in a great player's mind there, and that's Jeff Boycott there. We'll see. Boycott out of Australian tour for personal reasons. So he obviously knows what his personal reasons were there. Another fascinating Ettrich is captain in no risk match against Country 11. John Ettrich did finally captain England, as we know. And there's another one there, Daily Telegraph, Wednesday, November Dennis cleared by hospital and practices today. After being in hospital. Doug Waters there, famous Doug Waters. I've never really done a magic amount in England, but a bit of a star and legend in Australia. So again, some fantastic bits and pieces on here. Social history. There's a photograph here of Colin Cowdrey getting searched at the airport. Arms up, Mr. Cowdrey. So there's another one there. Another big one is this one. This is the biggest file. This is the biggest file here, which is England v Australia 1977. So lovely bound. He took a lot of pride and time in what he was doing for these books. Lords will stage Jubilee Test. Lily may not play in England. There's all sorts of things here, and what do I see there? There's some nice cartoons there of all the players there. Tom Owen, Chappell over the other side there. What paper would that be? That would be the Daily Mail did that. Willie sparkles, but Australians win at Arundel. So that's that Craig Sargent there playing back at Arundel. Coming down is Tony Gregg leading his team against the Australians at Arundel yesterday. It's got there, which would have been the 28th of the 4th, 1977. Famous start of the tour cricket match there. Boyce is there again. There he is with his county bat. Let's move on a bit there. Oh, Boyce is there again with Brearley. There's Brearley there showing his sort of helmet off there with his temple protectors there. It's quite a nice image. So you can get the idea of what these are about, but there goes here as Botham bewilders Australia with 5 for 74. So Botham's on the charge there. It looks like there's a famous photograph there of Boyce running out Randall. What has he done? And there's a picture of Randall there. So they tell a story, they do. I wonder what the dressing room was like after that. So you get an idea of what those fantastic scrapbooks are. But this week I had the fortune of just going back through some of the old Wisden Cricket Monthlies, which these ones here, as David thrifted, to get some bits and pieces for a chap who wanted some information about the Cooper letters. So they've been a great insight. Last couple of evenings, have a quick look through those. And I found the number 1 somewhere. I mean, it's gone missing now. Number 1, which is here. It's the very first Wisden there. There's Hogg, and there's Boyce again. So he's a famous man. Anyway, I'm running out of time this week, so hope you're going to enjoy this one, and I'll see you on the next one.